work on?
I've got really tense shoulders right now. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just start tapping. Even though I've got these tense shoulders, I accept myself deeply and completely.
I accept myself deeply and completely.
Even though I've got these tense shoulders right now,
Even though I've got these tense shoulders right now,
and I just took a deep gulp, I accept myself.
I accept myself.
And whatever's going on in my body right now.
And whatever's going on in my body right now.
Even though I've got this tension in my shoulders.
Even though I've got this tension in my shoulders.
And I'm taking a gulp.
And I'm taking a gulp.
And I have this tension and anxiety.
And I've got this tension and anxiety.
I accept myself deeply and completely.
I accept myself deeply and completely.
Just tuning in to that feeling in your shoulders. Describe it more specifically.
It's more at the top of my right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And,
so not the left, just the right?
It's mostly the right, yeah.
Okay. So explain that pain. Is it a sharp pain, a dull pain?
It's a sharp pain.
A sharp pain?
Yeah.
And if it had a colour, what colour would that sharp pain be in your right shoulder?
I think it would be purple.
A purple sharp pain?
A purple sharp pain.
In your right shoulder?
Yeah.
And if it had an emotion, what would it be?
Fear.
Fear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this fear in my right shoulder.
This fear in my right shoulder.
It's like a purple sharp pain.
It's like a purple sharp pain.
I have all this fear in my right shoulder.
I've got all this fear in my right shoulder.
This purple sharp pain.
This purple sharp pain.
All this fear in my shoulder.
All this fear in my shoulder.
This purple sharp pain in my right shoulder.
This purple sharp pain in my right shoulder.
This purple sharp fear in my right shoulder.
This purple sharp fear in my right shoulder.
All this tension in my body.
All this tension in my body.
I'm still gulping a bit.
I'm still gulping a bit.
All this fear in my right shoulder.
All this fear in my right shoulder.
It's purple sharp fear.
It's purple sharp fear.
In my right shoulder.
That's moved down a bit.
Where is it now?
Still on the right shoulder, but a bit further down.
A bit further down, and is it still purple and sharp?
It's still purple. No, I don't know if it's purple. But it's still sharp.
It's still sharp?
Yeah.
So this sharp pain in my right shoulder.
The sharp pain in my right shoulder.
It's moving down.
It's moving down.
Maybe it's processing.
Maybe it's processing.
It's on the move.
It's on the move.
This fear in my right shoulder that's moving down.
Fear in my right shoulder that's moving down is actually moving back up.
And it's moving back up. I wonder what it's trying to tell me.
I wonder what it's trying to tell me.
Can you remember when you first felt that fear? Or that feeling in your right shoulder?
No, but it just feels like just the pressure on myself that we've been working on over years in my shoulders.
All this pressure in my right shoulder?
All this pressure in my right shoulder.
This pressure on myself?
This pressure on myself.
I'm feeling it in my right shoulder.
I'm feeling it in my right shoulder.
I have a memory.
I have a memory.
I have some memories.
I have some memories.
I don't know if they're surfacing yet.
I don't know if they're surfacing yet.
But I put pressure on myself.
But I put pressure on myself.
And I'm feeling it in my right shoulder.
Feeling it in my right shoulder.
Like sharp pain.
Like sharp pain.
Purple sharp pain.
Purple sharp pain.
All this fear.
All this fear.
I put pressure on myself.
I put pressure on myself.
I wonder when that first came up.
I wonder when that first came up.
What's coming up?
Well, I've got this memory for when I actually saw my dad after he left.
Mm-hmm. So how old are you?
I'm about 6, probably.
Mm-hmm. So you saw your dad and you were about 6?
Yeah, I saw my dad when I was about 6 and we went on a day trip.
Mm-hmm. So where did you go on that day trip?
I don't remember where we went, but it was far away,
mm-hmm.
So yeah. My mum got worried because we were coming home late.
So what are you feeling in your body?
I just felt very tense shoulders.
Very what?
Very
tense shoulders. And was that when you came back, when your mum was worried? Or was it when you were a long way away? When were you experiencing that tense shoulders, that worry?
I don't remember feeling that tense shoulders back then. It's just the memory that
The memories
came
that's
up.
coming up now.
Yeah.
So if you could imagine with that memory, so you're about 6 and you're out on a day trip with your dad and you're going a long, long way away. Is there any fear or worry when you're going a long, long way away? You're only 6 and you're going a long way away from Mum, with Dad, who you haven't seen for a long time.
Yeah, I'm worried that I shouldn't be doing it.
Okay, so what's the emotion coming up? I'm worried that I shouldn't be doing it.
I'm worried that I'm hurting my mum by having a good time with my dad.
Yeah, so is there a feeling of betrayal? I feel like I'm betraying Mum because I'm having a good time with my dad and I'm worried that I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
I've got all this worry in my
Got
shoulders.
all this worry in my shoulders.
The 6-year-old memory.
The 6-year-old memory.
I shouldn't be having a good time with my dad.
I shouldn't be having a good time with my dad.
I'm worried.
I'm worried.
I'm going so far away with my dad.
I'm going so far away with my dad.
I'm betraying Mum.
I'm betraying Mum.
I shouldn't be having such a good time with Dad.
I shouldn't be having such a good time with dad.
Why shouldn't I be having such a good time with Dad?
Why shouldn't I be having such a good time with dad?
What's that 6-year-old say about that?
It's not saying anything. I'm just sad that I was having that fear.
So you're sad for that 6-year-old that's having that fear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you feeling that sadness in your body now?
In my head.
So that sadness out of 10, what is it?
9.
So I'm feeling all this sadness
I'm
in my
feeling
body,
all this sadness
in my head
in my head
for that 6-year-old
for that 6-year-old
who was afraid to have a good time with her dad,
who was afraid to have a good time with her dad,
who was worrying
who was worrying
that she was betraying Mum,
that she was betraying Mum,
having such a good time with Dad.
having such a good time with dad.
She shouldn't be having a good time.
She shouldn't be having a good time.
That's not fair for Mum.
That's not fair for Mum.
Maybe I'm betraying her.
Maybe I'm betraying her.
All this sadness,
All this sadness.
all this sadness,
All this sadness.
I feel it in my head.
I feel that in my head.
All this sadness,
All this sadness.
all this sadness I'm feeling for that 6-year-old.
All this sadness I'm feeling for that 6-year-old.
I'm feeling it in my shoulders
I'm feeling it in my shoulders.
and my head.
And my head.
She should have been able to have a good time with her dad.
Yeah, I should have been able to have a good time with my dad.
I had all this worry
But I had all this worry.
that I was betraying Mum.
And that I was betraying Mum.
I wonder what it would be like to just have fun with Dad
I wonder what it would be like to just have fun with dad.
without that worry on my shoulders,
Without that worry on my shoulders.
without that pain in my shoulder,
Without that pain in my shoulder.
without worrying that I was betraying Mum.
Without worrying that I was betraying Mum.
I was only 6.
I was only 6.
I wonder if I can let that 6-year-old release that now.
I wonder if I can let that 6-year-old release that now.
Her energy's still trapped in my body.
Her energy is still trapped in my body.
All that worry,
All that worry.
all that feeling of betrayal,
All that feeling of betrayal.
betraying Mum.
Betraying Mum.
I shouldn't be having such a good time.
I shouldn't be having such a good time.
All that worry in my shoulders.
All that worry in my shoulders.
I'm letting my body know I can release it now.
I'm letting my body know I can release it now.
I can release all that pressure I'm putting on myself.
I can release all that pressure I'm putting on myself.
All that pain in my right shoulder.
All that pain in my right shoulder.
That sharp pain.
That sharp pain.
I can even breathe deeper.
I can't even breathe.
Notice that shift. Releasing all that pain and fear.
Releasing all that pain and fear.
All that worry about betrayal.
All that worry about betrayal.
That 6-year-old can have fun then.
That 6-year-old can have fun.
I'm giving her permission.
I'm giving her permission.
I'm letting her release all that worry and fear and betrayal
I'm letting her release all that worry and betrayal and fear
out of her little body.
out of her little body.
She deserves to have a good time with Dad.
She deserves to have a good time with dad.
And I can see her smiling.
And I can see her smile.
And she is having a good time.
And she's having a good time.
Releasing any remaining fear.
Releasing any remaining fear.
And betrayal.
And betrayal.
Thanking my body for holding it.
Thanking my body.
It was just trying to protect me.
It was just trying to protect me.
And I can process this now.
And I can process this now.
And I give my body permission to process it all.
And I give my body permission to process it all.
Now and as a 6-year-old.
Now and as a 6-year-old.
Feeling joy in my body.
Feeling joy in my body.
Take a deep breath. Now tuning into your shoulder, what's that feel like?
Pretty good.
What about your throat that you were gulping before?
Yeah, my throat's a bit tight.
A little bit tight?
Yeah.
So what's that little bit of tightness in your throat? Okay. Even though I still have some remaining tightness in my throat.
Even though I've still got some remaining tightness in my throat.
What is it out of 10?
6.
This 6.
Really dry throat.
This 6 out of 10 dry throat.
The 6 out of 10 dry throat.
I'm not sure what it is.
I'm not sure what it is.
But if I tap some more, I might get more clear.
But if I tap some more, I might get more clear.
And I accept myself.
And I accept myself.
And my dry throat.
And my dry throat.
And let my body know.
And let my body know.
That whatever it's there for.
Whatever it's there for.
We can process it now.
We can process it now.
This remaining dry throat.
This remaining dry throat.
I'm not sure where it comes from.
I'm not sure where it comes from.
This remaining dry throat.
This remaining dry throat.
Is there anything coming up?
I just feel nervous that I'm...
This nervousness. Everyone's looking at me.
Yeah.
This dry throat, I'm nervous.
This dry throat, I'm nervous.
Everyone's looking at me.
Everyone's looking at me.
They're also sending me all their love.
They're all sending me all their love.
All their love from their hearts.
All their love from their hearts.
To my dry throat.
To my dry throat.
What colour is their love that's coming from their heart?
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah.
All this yellow love.
All this yellow love.
Being sent from all their hearts.
Being sent from all their hearts.
Into my dry throat.
Into my dry throat.
Dissolving and releasing the tension.
Dissolving and releasing the tension.
Feeling all that golden yellow love.
Feeling all that golden yellow love.
All the way into my throat.
All the way into my throat.
And my body.
And my body.
Feeling love.
Feeling love.
Feeling acceptance.
Feeling acceptance.
Feeling gratitude.
Feeling gratitude.
And sending it back.
And sending it back.
Take a deep breath. So how's your throat?
Very good.
And when you tune into that 6-year-old?
Yeah, that's good too.
So she's out having fun with her dad?
Yeah.
Does she feel worried or tense?
Not so much, no.
Tuning into your shoulder?
My right shoulder's great.
Good. We'll leave it for there then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.